Oh, good afternoon, good morning, YouTube. Just thought I'd do another quick little follow-up video. I got to get these things compiled and get them up. But I've been busy as hell with work, and the weather's been kind of meh. So I apologize for the lag. So far, so good with the testing on the slightly modified Mopar cold air intake. It tends to stay, so far it tends to stay within 3 to 5 degrees of ambient, at least what ambient is by the dash readout. Now, how accurate the in-car thermometer is, I really don't know. But, like I said, the good thing is the inlet air temps are staying within 3 to 5 degrees of what the thermometer says. And that's just in steady state cruise, part throttle, acceleration, in stop and go traffic. It does heat up a little quicker than the Hellcat lower air bomb, or the Hellcat setup, but there again, it sheds heat a lot faster. I mean, we're talking, within 30 seconds, it's back to ambient. So it sheds heat pretty quick, to say the least. This morning actually, yesterday it was raining really heavily on the way to work, so I'll say that data was a little skewed because of the air temps and everything, but it stayed, with it raining and it was cooler out, it stayed within like 2 degrees of ambient. So it's doing its job. I mean, like right now, part throttle cruising, very slow speed. Thermometer says it's 88 degrees outside, intake inlet air temp is 91. Like I said, it's right within the delta of the two different readings. I was going to try to take off Friday night and go to Gainesville again, but unfortunately all the vacation slots were used up at work, so I have to wait a little longer to do any on-track testing. Sometimes I get into this schedule gets right where I can do it, and other times unfortunately it doesn't. But so far on street testing is showing that it stays, once you get moving, it drops back right within that acceptable window. Like I said, the only thing I can see as a challenge is the fact that it does heat up faster. And I actually think that's probably, part of that is being contributed to fan wash across where that air temperature sensor sits. Because it's plugged in right by the throttle body. Well, that's in direct line with the airflow coming out of the fans, the radiator fans. So if you're sitting still, the only air movement you have is from those fans, but it's blowing right across that sensor. So I know that has to be skewing it a little bit. What I need to do is relocate the sensor into the air filter. I'm going to find a block-off plug for the PCV tube, or the hole for the PCV tube, so I can route the sensor in through there and actually see what the filter temps are. Because I know there's no way the filter can be getting that hot. Especially not that quickly. No, because and that kind of makes me wonder about what the readings were on the Hellcat. I know they were a lot slower to recover, so that kind of makes me think once the Hellcat box gets heat soaked, that filter gets heat soaked, it takes a lot longer to shed heat, especially when you're at the track. Even with the hood up, that plastic stays hot for a long time. And this thing, with the big open filter, once you open the hood, it has ambient air circulating around it, so it cools down within a few minutes. Like I said, I need to do more testing, and definitely need to relocate that sensor, or if I could find a remotely wired sensor, put an external sensor on it so I could actually watch and see what the filter temperatures are, or the air inside that filter box. That would add a lot more credence to the testing. I guess a trip to Harbor Freight, or I don't know if one of the parts stores would carry something like that. But I'm guessing if some research into finding remote temperature sensors is in order, if I get a chance. But as I do more testing, I will definitely put update videos on the channel and let you guys know what I found. But that'll be a wrap for this one. I think, like I said, more testing's in. I got to get more data on this, but I think just from driving around, it definitely gets back to ambient a hell of a lot quicker than the Hellcat box did. But that'll do it for this one. You guys take it easy, stay safe out there, and if you're in the southeast, keep an eye out on the weather. It's been nasty the last few days. Y'all have a good one.